BetMGM's at 3.5, and they're the only spot I see at 3.5. The market's at 3. That Nuggets plus 135 is really tempting on the money line. It really is. A few other. I got some looks on props as well. You know what I find most interesting where we are going into this game? Did you guys see what happened to the Western Conference Final MVP numbers? When Jokic at last check was just off the charts. It's a no-doubter. Now it's Jokic minus 180, Murray plus 135. How about that move? Like, it was unbettable before. And Murray has just gone on this tear. He scored 37 in game 3. And now you get only a little plus money. So there's this idea that, okay, Jokic has a couple MVPs in hand. Murray's snapping right now, and maybe they would give Murray the conference MVP, but thinking, okay, because Jokic, if they win the title, he's going to get the finals MVP, right?
Yes, I love that, Joe. I would definitely bet that because of the way Murray's. It's almost like a consolation prize. Like, hey, you're probably not winning finals MVP, so we'll just give you this participation trophy for the Western Conference.
Well, there is.
It is.
There is the recognition that the reason why the Nuggets are in this position is in large part because Jamal Murray is healthy. Nikola Jokic has been good for a long time now. It's not like he's just bursting onto the scene. I mean, you had a couple of pundits coming out there saying, oh, people are starting to learn who Nikola Jokic is. No, if you don't know who Nikola Jokic is by now, then you're not watching the NBA at all. You're not paying any attention whatsoever. So let's not say silly things like that. But in terms of Jamal Murray at plus 150 at BetMGM, I think that makes a lot of sense. That bet feels good. Jokic minus 200, Murray plus 150. As of right now, which do you think offers better value?
Wow. It's crazy. Absolutely, Jamal Murray could win. I would find it hard to not vote for Jokic just because of what he provides. But the Murray numbers are absolutely insane. Boy, I think there's more value on Murray right there, especially because it's the conference finals. Now, once we get in the finals, again, Aaron mentioned futures for the finals. I think MVP is going to be interesting because you have this, Jokic is obviously the superstar that is going to be relied upon. 4-0 sweep, we could see Murray win this thing, right? Long 6-7 game finals, I think Jokic is going to win, is the guy for the finals. But yeah, absolutely. Conference finals, Murray.
I actually think, Joe, that it is okay to pull the trigger on Nuggets money line to go ahead and close this thing out tonight. And here is why. Mo Dakhil from The Athletic brought up this key point, and then I wanted to look at some data and back it up. So here we go. Transition defense for the Lakers has been one of their bigger weaknesses. And anytime you go into a playoff series where you're not having to worry about anything else, back-to-backs, future opponents, any of that garbage, load management, whatever. You get into a playoff series and you are analyzing your opponent to a T. Any kind of weakness that you can exploit, you will try and do so. And when it comes to the Lakers, their biggest weakness, or one of their bigger weaknesses, involves transition defense. In the regular season, from cleaning the glass, the Lakers have allowed 3.4 points plus per possession. That ranks 28th out of 30 NBA teams. So only 2 teams are worse this past regular season when it comes to transition defense. Now, in the playoffs, it's gotten better to where it's 2.4 points plus per possession. But against Denver, Denver has one of the better transition games in the league. This was a clear mismatch from the beginning. And so I look at these close contests for the first 3 games of this series and think, okay, the Lakers really needed to take 1 or 2 of these to really have a puncher's chance in this series, because as LeBron James, as Anthony Davis play a ton of minutes going forward, because now they absolutely have to, at some point they are going to wear down, especially if Denver continues to push the pace and use that transition offense so well for them. This is a humongous bind where I'm looking at Denver on the money line here, and I'm looking to fade Lakers role players in terms of points, PRA, whatever it is, in large part because they're just not going to have the minutes.
So what's left in the sports betting space as far as royalty goes? Because if you want to be respected, you have to be a prince of something, a king of something, a princess. Usually props are involved. So what's left? Duke? Is anybody the Duke of anything out there? Do you have to do that? Because I feel like you have to do that to be respected now. Anybody? Is there a Duchess? No?
Jester.
Nothing?
I was going to go with Joe the Jester. Sounds good.
It does. It does. Oh no.
Yeah.
I see the image no.
Like
Let's
put you on a playing card representing the Joker, and that's Joe the Jester, and then someone's like dealing out cards, and you see two Joes there, and they're going to win.
Hey, is it not the decade of the Jokers between Djokovic and Nikola? I mean, yeah, Jokers are doing well right now. I would be fine with that. It was obvious at the Masters. Brooks is back, and it's been overstated over the last 24 hours, but I don't think you can say it enough. He's an all-time golfer. He's an all-time golfer. Like, we're seeing the prime of Brooks Koepka. Is it in the early prime, the middle? I don't know. I don't know how great this guy is going to be going to be in the long term. NBA, the conversation about the all-timers always goes to titles. Whether you like it or not, it's all about titles. And if you don't get that done, you're kind of a second-class citizen, right? Golf, it's the majors. How many majors? Brooks has 5 already, and he's in there. He's in the mix when healthy every single time. Like, it is amazing the list that he joined yesterday. Whether you're talking about golfers that started 50 years ago, 1970 or later, to have 5 majors, it's Brooks, Tiger, Phil, Faldo, Seve, and Tom Watson. That's the entire list. He's also on the list of players to get 5 majors before turning 34. If you want to, I know he took the bag with Liv, but if you want to, he can play this game a couple more decades if he stays healthy. So it's scary, Aaron, what Brooks is going to accomplish when it's all said and done.